Bella a tutti ragazzi, siamo tornati con un nuovo episodio di Final Fantasy XVI. Devo mettere anche, oltre ad aver sbloccato Odin, la Magelida. Ok, non so perché mi dice sta roba. Giga fusione, fuoco fatuo. Però vorrei mettere anche l'oscurità. Perché se faccio fusione non posso più fare ghiaccio. Giustamente. E con questo non posso più fare niente, lo tengo così. Niente, non posso farlo. Perché sennò o che non faccio ghiaccio, o che non faccio fuoco, o che non faccio vento. E non faccio più tornadi di fuoco e più ondate gelide. Non abbiamo altre alternative. Noi dove dobbiamo andare? Miniera delle madri. Confini dell'infinito. Miniera delle madri. Ci abbiamo anche una missione secondaria.
You were right, Joshua. Bodies up ahead.
What now? Is there no peace for a dying man?
What happened here?
The ether floods made savage beasts of my companions. And those faithless orcs, I knew they weren't to be trusted. We were told that they would stay loyal to our cause. Something commanded their loyalty, but it was not us.
It's a wonder they stayed faithful for so long.
Perhaps they sensed our downfall. The king is gone, our nation in ruins. What becomes of us loyal pawns now? Sworn to a shattered throne. Fuck Walud. Fuck the dead king and his god. Fuck this withered shithole. The floods do not affect you. You are a bearer, albeit one who's lost his brand. Pray, hear me, brother. Will you grant this pawn his final wish? Will you lay my dying soul to rest?
Of course. What do you need?
Finally, some luck. Beyond the castle walls, towards Stone here, there is a forest. Never turn. My parents are buried upon a bluff, nestled amongst the trees. Theirs was the only love I ever knew. I was torn from them in life, but perhaps I can return to them in death. Take my ring. See that it rests beside their bones.
May you find peace at last.
Lo dobbiamo fare. E dove diavolo sta? Ah beh, dobbiamo andare fin qua. Beh, dobbiamo proseguire solamente dritto. Quindi andiamo col ciocobo.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Ecco. Finita la corsa con il ciocobo.
Don't tell me. The only way to the capital
is through that gate, just as you surmise.
There's an army down there, Joshua.
Yes, but I don't see any dominance.
Dove sta?
Let me end their suffering.
You don't think all this
It's for us. I wouldn't put it past Ultima. There's nothing easy so far.
Tra più nemici che sono stati.
Joshua, can you go on?
do I have a choice?
Guarda. Dove diavolo sta? Ancora altri nemici.
Joshua, this one's bigger than the others. And Nina, by the look of it.
No, no, no! Figa, mi è stato devastato quell'attacco lì. Mi è stato devastato l'attacco. 11.000 di esperienza. Quanto mi ci vuole per potenziare il coso? Dove sta? 2005. Voglio potenziarlo.
We can rest here if you like. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Look, Clive.
By the founder. The place is a fortress.
Ci sta niente qua? Non ho messo niente, proprio niente.
villagers. No knights. Not even any bodies. One could almost believe the whole kingdom had turned to Kashyyyk.
Beh, non è che li ammazziamo tutti, eh. E via i chocobos. E andiamo perché sennò non arriviamo domani qua. Tanto perché i 4 punti che mi danno, esperienza. Neanche vale la pena muoversi. Faccio la missione secondaria qua. Basta. A meno che tipo forse questo. Ma è un ricercato? Ecco. Bigul. Un ricercato. Questo è ottimo.
That's no ordinary code.
Madonna mia, ma... Cioè, non lo so. Dato. Steso.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Good girl.
Dove ah, quella lì la tomba. Probabilmente sì. È lei.
He'll be able to see all the way to Stone here. As fine a resting place as any man could hope for. Reunited with those he loves at last. Fly, Ambrosia.
Guarda che mi incastro anche col Chocobo. Un Chocobo. In italiano. Sì, ma dai, mamma mia. Finalmente sono tornato giù. E questo chi diavolo è? Ah, vedi, questo è un mostro normale, per esempio.
No mistakes. Does it bother you that we haven't heard a single human sound?
Everything about this place bothers me.
E siamo lì che tanto. Per questo stesso motivo, per i 4 punti che mi danno. Non vale neanche la fatica.
The calm before the storm.
There's only one way into that city. Across the bridge. Through the main gate. Right into the midst of whatever is left of the late King's army. Are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Ah, andiamo ad Orso di Drago. Però prima di andare... Guardate missioni secondarie che devo fare. Facciamo un po' di missioni secondarie. Devo fare un sacco.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of
Andiamo
them.
al mercato nero. Non dobbiamo fare. Un'altra nuova missione. Nuovi ricercati. Allora ce ne sta uno questo, aspetta che faccio la foto. Questo. Poi ci sta questo. Poi ci sta questo. E anche questo. Questo l'abbiamo già fatto. Che abbiamo appena sconfitto. E poi non ce ne stanno altre. Bene. Allora. Cominciamo con le missioni secondarie.
She can't. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Poi un'altra sta qua.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Please, you're great. My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua? Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The Stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Poi ce ne sta anche una lì. Che le attivo tutte così almeno le faccio tutte di fila. Quindi sono a posto. Questa una qua.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Ok.
How was she?
The Enterprise, I mean.
Poi in teoria ce ne stanno altre due a occhio. Una è qua, una è, vabbè, sono lì, una è lì del cortile e basta. Poi ci stanno quelli tutti in giro per il mondo. E poi, se Dio vuole, abbiamo finito. Possiamo completarle.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough of that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
How do you split the sea, you reckon?
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Oh, what do you expect?
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. But I can speak to her at least.
Ok, questo a posto, voglio vedere cosa c'è qua dentro. Cos'è sta roba? Muro di ricordi. Calice di Sid. Ah, sono le cose da prendere in giro, tipo.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Aspetta che mi faccia anche delle armi nuove.
What do I owe the honor? A Sancfordian dear.
Oscura. Naturalmente la...
Should last you a good while.
Ok, cintura non mi interessa. Questo non mi interessa. Rinforza. Niente.
Anything else?
Devo attivare anche questo. Ok, qua giù. Nel giardino.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Lady Karen's. Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
Ma dove sto andando? Come sempre dalla parte sbagliata. Mulboro straordinario.
stew's awfully thin these days.
What do you expect? Farmers are abandoning their fields and traders their land.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Eccolo qua, il Mulboro. Carota. Acque sussurranti, rosaria. Quindi che abbiamo finito. Devo andare a Rosaria. Acqua sussurranti, dove sta? Bosco oscuro. Acque sussurranti.
You deserve a rest.
Qua ci dovrebbe essere Carota.
Right then.
peccato. Bene, ammazzato. Tentacolo di Molboro, fiore di Molboro.
That was definitely anything.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Potenza energetica suave massimizzata. Bene. Bene. Per questo episodio è tutto, mettete like, iscrivetevi, ci vediamo con il prossimo. Ciao a tutti.